Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra and I have with me somebody very, very special right here. Mr. Irfan Razack joins in. He's the chairman and MD of Prestige Estates. Welcome, sir, to Business Today TV and thank you so much for being with us. And congratulations to you at the BT Awards. You've received the visionary leader in the real estate sector. So congratulations to you for that too. I want to begin by understanding from you, sir, the last 2 years have been very, very difficult for the entire industry. In fact, the real estate industry has been going through a lot of changes as well. Now that the COVID fears are ebbing, but we have other challenges coming on, your take on the way the future of real estate industry you see?
Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you, India Today and Business Today for having first selected me for this award. I really dedicate this to the entire team that we have at our Prestige Group. Yes, COVID did, bring a lot of fear, a lot of thought process on how things are going to be, especially during lockdowns, on ill health, and there was a whole lot of panic, and people really didn't know what's going to happen the next day. But we waded through these waters. We looked at things in a very, very positive manner. We looked at things in a very different way, and we felt that we adopt technology to communicate with our teams, and we actually came out winners because everybody felt that this was the right time to invest in a home because they were all locked up inside, so they needed a good home.
Yeah.
And I think throughout the country, suddenly real estate was the flavor.
Absolutely.
And whoever had done a good job, whoever had actually delivered, benefited out of it. And of course, we've got out of it, and very rightly you have said, and things are coming back to sort of normal. We have a whole lot of other issues like inflation, cost.
Interest rates are rising.
Yeah, cost and increase,
Yeah.
interest rates. So that again brings in a bit of a dampener. But I'm again very hopeful. I'm very sure for the players who have already done good work, especially our company, we've done an amazing work. Our only mantra is customer focus and delivery. Now, if I've delivered my goods, if I've kept my customer happy, I don't see any reason why we need to worry. But of course, we can't get complacent anytime, all the time, because our business is such, we don't know where there's going to be a surprise from which corner.
Yes.
So we have to keep our eye on the ball all the time, every time.
Right. So what's the current demand supply situation in the real estate space and for you also, sir?
Yeah, that's the good thing is the launches and the new launches that are coming in versus that's the supply side, and then the demand. So in the last quarter or in the last few quarters, the supply has been less and the sort of take-up of sales have been more. So actually the stock has dwindled. The inventory has come down.
Okay.
And that is a really positive sign because we don't really have to grapple with a whole lot of inventory. And now we are trying to grapple with how to bring in more supply. Because, see, today I just can't bring in supply just like that.
Yeah.
I may be having land, I may be having a plan, but then that's not enough for us to go to the market today. As you know, there's RERA. It's unlike the olden days. We need to have every single approval in place, and we need to have the RERA registration. That means the time to market has increased. Time to market has maybe taken a year extra than what it normally would. And that's what is also contracting the supply.
Okay. Could you also help us with some of the new launches that you may be planning through this year and the next 2-3 years?
Yes, we are working on a lot of new launches. Now we are in several cities. We are in Mumbai very recently, and we just did a launch in Mumbai, in Mulund, the Prestige City, and that has actually done very well. That's got the eye of the people.
Yeah.
We've also done in central Mumbai, we have done a property called Prestige Jasdan Classic.
Yeah.
Even that has also sold well. There's been a fairly good demand on that. And we are working on several others. In Bangalore, where our hometown, again, we are carrying the Prestige City brand, and that has done extremely well.
Right.
And our team was celebrating and cut a cake recently to celebrate 5,000 sales in one project in 270 days.
That's wonderful.
But there's a lot more supply coming in Bangalore also. In Hyderabad, again, we've tied up a very large tract of land. Hyderabad, again, is a potent market. And even there, we're taking the brand of the Prestige City there. It's a 62-acre property. So we're going to do a shopping center, the largest in Hyderabad, $1 billion plus. We're going to have villas as well as apartments. Even so, that's also there. So supply is coming in all the cities that we're working in: Chennai, Hyderabad, Kochi, and Mumbai, and of course Bangalore. And it will keep coming regulated, because we've now, in the FY22, we touched across 10,000 crore sales. Now that was a huge benchmark. Now once we've reached there, how do we sustain that, and how do we cross that is the biggest challenge. So we have to keep going. We have to be at it. The teams have to be on the ball all the time to achieve that and surpass whatever else they've done before.
What's the current affordable housing requirement that you see currently in India?
Yes, that's an excellent question. Contrary to what people believe, that people are asking for bigger homes, all that is fine. But at the end of the day, it's the ticket size. It's how much can I afford? How much can I pay money from my pocket, from my savings? Plus how much can I afford to borrow and pay the EMI. So I believe the sweet spot for a city that like Bangalore or Hyderabad, or maybe even a Chennai, the sweet spot between say 50 to 75 lakhs, going up to 1.5 crores. Get into a Mumbai, that number increases. So it increases, say, 1.5 crore to 3 crores. So that's how things are. And if we are able to, of course, we are doing the volume game, that's the mid-income housing, because that's where I believe that's the baseline for us. But of course, there is also the niche market, the luxury market. There are a lot of takers for that. But that again is a very small market, but that's where you get numbers. Again, in the terms of probably even bottom line margins, all of it. And that gives you a different satisfaction. But for me and the company, I believe it's the volumes, create better spaces for the masses, create better spaces for the mid-income group, where I believe you give them a lot of open space, a lot of amenities, create townships where people really, the families will really enjoy that. So that's been our mantra. Apart from catering to the very high-end niche market, to get our volumes, we've been catering to the mid-income.
What support are you seeking from the government at this stage in time so that the industry as a whole goes into the next level of growth?
See, now, very rightly, there are different levels of support you can get from different governments, because one is the local bodies, then is the state government, and then finally is the central government. Now, what even any industry, or for that matter, even real estate needs is that ease of doing business. Now, from the local body, what is it that we want is a quick process, quick approval process. I'm not saying throw caution to the wind, do things which are out of the way. Set a streamlined process where we get our approval, say, within 30 to 60 days. So that there's a visibility. If with all your plans being in order, everything drawn up as per the local bylaws, if land titles being in order, we should get that approval process within maximum 60 days, maybe even 30 days. That should be the thing. Many local bodies are today moving towards electronic, online approvals. But if that happens quickly, that helps us. Then coming to the state government, what we look at them for basically is whether stamp duty can be rationalized. They did give us, I think both in Mumbai as well as in Karnataka, they did give us means our buyers, basically, because anything that is done for the industry, it's finally for the benefit of the home buyer. They did give that discount of stamp duty. In Maharashtra, they did it at 50%. In Karnataka, they gave a 10% discount on the guideline value. That helped people. Even that small bit helps the home buyer. Now, if you come to the central government, I think government always needs taxes.
That's true.
They can't be giving freebies. We have to learn how to stand on our feet. But at the same time, I would say one pain that this industry is going, especially in housing, is the GST, where GST, as a developer, we are putting in 18% we are paying 18% on all the inputs that we are using.
Yeah.
Whether it's anything, whether it's steel, cement, or whichever input that goes into the contractor and all of that. About 3 years ago, there was a small change in the regime. People didn't understand what they were getting into.
Yeah.
But what has happened is this has actually increased the cost of the product.
Right.
I've been talking about it. I've been pleading for it in various forums. We used to get that input credit, and
Yes,
that probably
yes.
is probably the foundation of GST. Unfortunately, they've taken off the input credit. So what it did in one stroke, it increased the cost across the board for the entire industry by
Right.
18%. And over and above that, the customer is paying a 5%. So optically, customer felt instead of paying the 12% GST,
Yes.
they're paying 5%. But effectively what is happening is, since the cost of the product went up, as a developer, obviously I can't pay this from my
To pass
pocket.
it on.
I have to increase my price.
Yes.
And on that price, there's a 5% GST. So
Yes.
that, what it's doing effectively is actually increasing the cost even for the mid-income housing.
Yes.
So if there's some sort of a method where you're going to just sort of differentiate between the very luxurious homes to the mid-income homes, and then now you got the PMA scheme also. So I think something needs to be done. But if you really ask me, a simple fix would be just restore back the input credit.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine. And I believe the cost can come down drastically. And instead of 5, you charge that 12, we don't have a problem. The customer understands that. But if you can keep it at that 5, because some developers may not understand,
Yeah,
somebody may
dynamics.
not understand that. So it's always a debate. But if you ask me, that's something that can be done to really make the
Okay,
change.
hopefully the government hears you. But the
Hopefully.
last question to you is, what kind of demand outlook do you see for both residential and commercial properties going forward?
Resi, I think the demand will continue. The same momentum will be there. Of course, now the interest rate has gone up by 0.9%. That will be a sort of a dampener, but still it's not that much that people really will stop buying.
Okay.
Only thing is the EMIs will go up.
Yes.
What they pay per month, that much saving they need to have, or their salaries have to go up. Of course, the IT industry is paying well. So that's the good news for us, where we are operating from either a Bangalore or Hyderabad. The IT boys are still buying, and they love to have their own home. So to that extent, I believe there will be that traction.
Yeah.
And now coming to commercial, it's a completely separate subject, because now there is this debate like we had this morning. Is it going to be work from home? Or is it going to be hybrid, or is it going to be back to office?
Very true.
This debate is going on, but I believe ultimately all companies have realized that the best productivity comes in coming back to office, because there's collaboration, there's sharing of ideas, there is that teamwork. Work from home was a necessity during COVID. Now I think it's time companies also have realized, and I have seen a lot of traction in leasing. There are large leases that are happening.
Okay.
And there's a lot more shift in the way companies are hiring space. Now there is one new product, is the co-working space that has come in.
Yeah.
So that's also making things happen. They are picking up space and they are fitting it out, and they are providing the entire service, just like hospitality. And I think that's another product that is going to be there for the future.
Okay, understood that. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Razack, for being with us and speaking to us on Business Today TV. All the very best for your upcoming projects as well, and hope to catch you soon on Business Today.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.